Homework is a breeze when plotting revenge is the priority. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 teen vengeance movies.
John Tucker's mine! Oh! What the hell is your problem? I am dating John Tucker. Enough!
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the best movies where teenagers are seeking vengeance. They don't necessarily have to be teen movies, but teens must be the ones enacting a revenge plot. A spoiler alert is in effect. Number 10. Wild Things.
I was raped by San Lombardo.
The plot of this film sounds really dark. A high school guidance counselor, played by Matt Dillon, gets falsely accused of raping two of his female students, played by Neve Campbell and Denise Richards. While that is the center of the story, and Wild Things is probably best remembered for its multiple sex scenes and over-the-top nature, the plot is really a compelling revenge thriller.
The three of us should get together one last time before we split up.
Allegiances shift, and we find out that the accusations were really just an elaborate means for vengeance. Set in sun-dappled Miami, it's a pretty sexy flick with some messed up schemes along the way.
What's the matter with you? I am scared. That's what I'm scared. There's no one to trust. You can trust me.
Number 9. The Loved Ones.
Say, happy end of school dance.
Basically, any movie or TV show about teens makes prom seem like the most important moment of a high schooler's life. So, getting a date can feel like a life or death situation. This film takes getting a prom date to a whole new level, when Lola, an outcast at her high school, asks her crush to prom and gets rejected.
Sorry, Lola. I'm done with Holly.
Instead of taking no for an answer, Lola and her father drug and kidnap the guy and force him to attend her bizarro prom. It's seriously disturbing in a very different way than most regular bad prom stories. Number 8. Heavenly Creatures.
There's nothing wrong with having a close friend, but sometimes things can get too friendly.
The bond between two teenage girls is unbreakable. It's so strong, in fact, that anything or anyone who stands in their way is bound to be collateral damage. Based on the Parker Hume murder case in Christchurch, New Zealand, this movie tells the story of two teenage girls, played by Kate Winslet and Melanie Lynskey, who plot a violent revenge against their parents, who want to keep them apart. The Peter Jackson-directed film is an intense portrayal of obsession and friendship gone wrong.
It's all frightfully romantic.
Number 7. Teeth.
Are you gonna give that to the first guy who buys you a big bunch of roses?
No way!
The decision to lose your virginity is something that many people grapple with for the first time as teens, when, with all the scare stories and messaging around it, sex can seem like a harrowing experience. In the horror comedy Teeth, Dawn, the main character, makes the decision to remain abstinent. But when her boyfriend sexually assaults her, her vagina literally fights back by biting his penis off. You heard that right. This movie takes the myth of vagina dentata, or toothed vagina, to the next level, as Dawn uses it to extract revenge on the crappy men in her life. Number 6. Hanna. Teenagers have a lot going on, from their changing bodies to acing the SATs, but nothing compares to this heroine's task. Saoirse Ronan plays the titular character Hanna, who's been trained by her ex-CIA operative father to be a spy since she was a toddler.
Remember what I taught you, you'll be fine.
The movie kicks off with 15-year-old Hanna getting the task to avenge her father and take down a corrupt CIA official played by the formidable Cate Blanchett. It's still one of Ronan's best roles to date, a worldwide chase, mixed in with enough heart-pounding intrigue and drama that keeps us on the edge of our seats.
You didn't prepare me for this.
Number 5. The Craft.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Having magical powers sounds amazing, but this movie shows just how corrupting power can be in the wrong hands. The film follows 4 teenage girls who form a coven and begin to practice witchcraft to fix their lives. To get vengeance on their classmates, the girls summon the power of the deity Manon to do their bidding.
Let's go.
No, he's gotta pay.
What starts off as harmless fun quickly escalates and leads to Nancy, the de facto leader of the coven, becoming power-hungry and throwing off the balance of the group. Dire consequences aside, the movie is a classic for teenage misfits everywhere.
Oh, relax, it's only magic.
Number 4, Hard Candy.
I'm a decent guy, ask anyone.
One of the most intense movies on our countdown. Hard Candy is a bone-chilling tale of revenge about a teenage girl getting revenge on an alleged child predator. With Ellen Page in the lead role and Patrick Wilson as her captive, the movie is a back and forth between the two characters as she tortures him for his past misconduct. There's a lot of gray area in the movie that keeps you guessing as to whether he committed the crimes or not, but that's what makes it such a compelling watch. It's rare to see a movie where the teenage girl gets to be so controlled and calculating, and it's still among Page's best work.
Who the hell are you?
I am every little girl you ever watched, touched, hurt, screwed, killed.
Number 3, Mean Girls.
You can take that fake apology and shove it right up your hairy...
Who says getting revenge has to be so serious? Unlike most revenge movies, Mean Girls takes a comedic approach to extracting vengeance. Lindsay Lohan stars as Katie, the new girl in high school, who joins a teenage plot to infiltrate the Plastics, the band of mean girls led by Regina George, played by Rachel McAdams.
Why didn't you call me back? And I'd be like, why are you so obsessed with me?
Attacking from the inside, Katie does countless devious things to Regina, including making her fat and stealing her boyfriend. It just goes to show, revenge can be sweet and wear pink on Wednesdays.
Gina, you're wearing sweatpants. It's Monday.
Number 2, Heathers.
Dear Diary, Heather told me she teaches people real life.
You can't have a list about teenagers getting vengeance without mentioning this cult classic. Winona Ryder, the 90s favorite misfit, plays Veronica, an average girl who hates the Heathers, the popular girls she hangs out with. When Veronica teams up with a new weirdo in town, played by a wonderfully unhinged Christian Slater, they take drastic measures to get back at Heather Chandler, the school's queen bee. Their plan takes on a life of its own, when it leads to multiple deaths and a plot to blow up the school. It's extreme, over the top, and utterly original.
It's all over, JD. Help me stop it.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Maybe the sight of him will remind us there's something else in the world besides lessons.
You coming, or what? I can't, I've got prefect duty. Ooh, God bless you, Mary Poppins.
I am going to eat your soul.
Number 1, Carrie. Arguably the movie with the most iconic revenge scene in cinema, Carrie is clearly our top choice. An adaptation of a Stephen King novel of the same name, this Brian De Palma-directed flick asks the question, what happens when a bullied outcast has supernatural powers and can strike back? Sissy Spacek plays the brutalized teen who can't seem to catch a break, whether she's dealing with her overly religious mother or her cruel classmates, who make fun of her for being different. It's no wonder she snaps at prom and uses her telekinesis to get back at everyone in a big way.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.